Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Kamen Rider Zero One. You guys, I am really excited. If you are joining me early today, you know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much. And as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So we had a lot happen last time on Zero One. It was our first actual episode back, and boy did they make the most of it. I'll start off with the more fun, heartwarming stuff. We had Fua learning about his family and kind of going back and forth on the idea of whether or not he should try to get not so much back in touch with them, but go and check on them and see what they're all about and everything, see how they're doing. And we had the introduction of an AI friend, which is new. And I think, if I had to guess, because I feel like the direction we're going in is, Naruto has always wanted peace and cooperation between humagears and humans, but they've brought up a lot of interesting points about the fact that but if you're creating the humagears for occupations, do they have a choice in who they are? And the answer is yes. They do reach a singularity where they decide what motivates them and what drives them. But I guess you could kind of say that they had brought this up. I feel like it was in one of the movies they brought up that are the humagears being given wages and things like that? And it's well, no. So, I feel like maybe the direction they're headed in order to kind of come full circle with this idea of treating humagears fairly and, making sure that they are as independent, give as many rights as any human being. I feel like maybe we're going towards phasing out of the occupational humagears a little bit. Maybe not completely, but I feel like there's going to be some changes coming. I feel like they didn't introduce the friend humagear for nothing. Also, it was just really sweet to see Fua, see his family and their corny jokes. He basically has a family full of Arjos, all making their silly jokes and not being able to contain their laughter and amusement. I love when he gave the AI friend to Yua. That was really sweet. I have to say, I'm kind of shipping them. I've decided to kind of ship them. I've been feeling it for a while, but I feel like I want to ship them. All right, let's get to probably the biggest part of the episode, which is the Ark. The Kamen Rider personification of the Ark was so cool and so scary. I have to tell you guys, if I was a kid watching this, I would be terrified. As an adult, I'm creeped out and I'm very entertained. But I mean, it is legit scary and so cool. Oh my god. So we also learned that Jin did have a plan to, destroy the Ark all along, which I figured out. I'm I can't believe he would just be all about freeing humagears and then be rah rah Ark, because the Ark clearly has an agenda of its own as well. And it's not just all about happy humagears, So those two don't mesh together. He doesn't really mesh with the ideals of Metsubo Jinrai anymore completely. So we kind of learned that, he from the start, he was working with Yua. The whole idea of, freeing Naki, what he was getting out of it was kind of furthering this plan of destroying the Ark. They needed the Ark to manifest, I guess, in order to, destroy it. And the plan was for it to inhabit Hirobi, which it did. The problem is, I don't think anyone was counting on how incredibly, insanely powerful it would be. It was possessing Jin at one point. It possessed Fua for a second. It was nuts. So we left off on a cliffhanger of it's just wrecking everything in its path, and what are we gonna do? Yua's in the hospital. Aruto's getting his butt handed to him. What are we gonna do? So I am very, very excited to see what's gonna happen next. And I just want to reiterate, like, how, like, terrified, but, oh, bug. Please hold. Okay, sorry, guys. There was a bug. I had to go take care of it. Thank God that didn't happen during the episode. I would have, like, had to pause the episode to go and take care of the bug. Yes, so what was I saying? I was basically saying I cannot wait to see what happens next. I'm very, very much entertained, creeped out by, and invested in the story of, are we just calling him Kamen Rider Ark? Whatever he's called. The Ark person. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. What do you say we go ahead, we jump right in, and see what's going to happen? Let's go. Okay, that, we need to talk about all of that, because there's so much to talk about. Okay, first of all, Japanese wolf looks amazing. I love it. Did not get to exclaim as much as I wanted to about it when it first appeared, because there was just a random scene, just like, instead of attacking, just Naki just like snipped guy's clothes off. Now there are a bunch of things about this that I question. First of all, why? Why is it like humiliation? Also, Zaya underwear. Zaya underwear needs to be a thing with that whole line of like clothing that who is it, Bandai, I think, that's releasing all the Kamen Rider stuff, all the clothing and apparel in the US. Yeah, Zaya underwear, guys. You know what? You've got to give him a little bit of respect for wearing his company that close to his heart, but not exactly his heart. Also, last but not least, I don't know how to feel about the fact that Guy did not look bad. I'm just gonna put it right out there. He did not look bad. I don't know how I feel about myself for feeling that. No, the actor is very attractive. But just like, I've been conditioned so well to hate Guy. Okay. The Ark just continues to be terrifying. And I had an awful thought later in this episode when we were having that last battle there, that like Jin seemed to be resisting, and I don't want this to end up being okay, I've managed to suppress it just long enough, you come in and deal the crushing blow, and like they both die. Because I don't want anyone to die, but I can see that happening with any member of Metsubo Jinrai at this point. Most likely, I feel like it's going to be probably Hirobi, Jin, or Naki. But it could be. It could be any four of them. But I feel like why do I feel like that was like a little hint at it? Like, I could really see that happening. That Jin would like sacrifice himself, suppressing Ark long enough for Zero One to take him out. But then they both die in the process. That better not happen. I'm not going to be pleased if that happens. Although I have to say, I have no idea how we're going to take the Ark out. Looks like Guys is officially on his way out of the company. They dug up a ton of bad stuff on him. I kind of wonder, like, man, it's too bad they couldn't have done that, like, when he first took over the company. But then again, it's not like the vice president and, what's the other guy's title? I'm not exactly sure. They said it. And director, maybe? They said it in this one. It's not like they would have a lot of, like, on the surface, he's just a very affluent businessman. Like, I don't think everyone knows about, like, the whole, does the public know about Thouser and all that? Maybe they do. But, like, no one but the audience and Aruto and the people close to Aruto would really know just how bad just how many bad things he had done until there was a more reason to look into it further, which the whole like, hey, let's purposely have one of our products go out of control and put a ton of lives at risk, not to mention like hijack a ton of people who bought our product and put the lives of all those around them in danger. Like, yikes. That was a huge red flag. So yeah, it would make sense that they would start looking more into it then. But yeah, I think this might be the end of Guy as we know him. Although the Ark is so powerful now, I wonder if they will have to team up with Guy. Like, Guy has just lost everything, and as a final outburst in response to someone who is targeting him, he just decides to team up with Zero One and crew to take down Ark. I don't know. I can't see him doing. There would have to like be a very good selfish reason for him to do it. Maybe just pride. I mean, it could just be pride, but it's not going to be like anything good, you know? Like, I can't see him turning good is my thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're setting this up like he's going to be at his lowest point, and Aruto's goodness and faith in human gears is what, you know, brings him out of it. But I don't know. I mean, with 8 episodes left, I don't know if 8 episodes is long enough to make me warm up to Guy. Even with the charming underwear scene. Still not enough. Speaking of charming scenes, I loved the scene between you and Fua. I am officially shipping them. I don't know if anything's going to come of it, but I'm officially shipping them. I thought that was so sweet. I love, I don't know if they're calling her AI-chan or I-chan. I think it might be I-chan, but it's like a play on AI, because when you put them together, it sounds like I. But I'm not have to listen next time they say it. But I'm really enjoying her as well. So yeah, how are we going to get through this? How are we going to resolve this Ark issue? Because that is now, like, we went from having Guy being the powerhouse to now, like, Ark just coming in and taking over everything. How are we going to resolve this? I cannot wait to see. I had a blast with that episode, you guys. I hope you had fun watching with me as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.